Welcome to the Astrology for December 2021. Thanks for joining me. My name is Suzanne Wagner. I do a monthly blog for the astrology as well as a card spread that's called the Intuitive Patterns for the Month, and you'll see both of those. I will also be doing in January, before January, I'll actually do a spread for the astrology for 2022, the numerology for 2022, and an intuitive patterns for the entire year of 2022, along with the January progressions and forecasts also. So there's going to be a lot coming out in a little bit of time here in December. So I hope you enjoy my channel and thank you for dialing in. Okay, let's do the astrology for December 2021. This month is fraught with the swings from light to dark. Perhaps it is because Neptune turns direct from the retrograde that started at the end of June this year. While this energy shifts, there seems to be this continuing theme that we have to face the illusions that we have been holding on to. I say this continuing theme because since 2012, when Neptune went into Pisces, we have been struggling with the powerful forces of deception that have been placing blinders on our eyes for decades. And I have been speaking of it repeatedly since that time. The challenge is that the real world looks very scary, and many would rather stay asleep, while others that are awakening are noticing things but then overreact and tip into the domain of conspiracy theories. Now, don't get me wrong. I know how much we have not been told and the many truths that have not been revealed for over a century or more. So knowing that fact, we have been living in a socially created bubble, so we would be calmer and more competent and more complacent. But it's no surprise to me that all this has been going on. But it has become hard to sort out the reactionary information designed to separate us and inflame dangerous people from the real solid truths that should be just as shocking. Instead, energy that could be used for productive behaviors and changes is distorted and expelled in useless meanderings that are not based in facts or science. The end result being this uncomfortable distortion that is wreaking havoc on our mental stability and emotional sanity. That is what makes this month a challenge. On the 4th of December, we have the final eclipse in the Sagittarius-Gemini axis for a while, and this gives us a chance to embrace a broader perspective. A wider view of reality is always helpful, but sometimes it can make us feel overwhelmed with too much information and collapse some into exhaustion. That is what the cards seem to be reminding us about. Regardless, there will be big new beginnings and major decisions that are coming in 2022. So dial in when I get those out at the end of December. The full moon is in the middle around the 18th, and that brings with it an urgency and a need to get to the bottom of things. On the 19th, Venus goes retrograde in Capricorn, and while that can be a bit of a bump, it can make us look at where we have perhaps pulled out of relationships and may need to recommit. Because it is right around Christmas, perhaps we should not overdo or overspend for this season. Venus tends to rule money a little bit. So do things that take some time and show that you care. Extravagance is not really advised. Some may want to explore more odd and different relationship styles in a Venus retrograde. Just remember that new and different might be fun, but may not stand the test of time. Also the same day, Chiron goes direct, and it can bring many emotional truths into the limelight. This can cause discomfort and confusion, but what is comfortable is not always what is best for who we are to become. Discomfort is a great motivator for change. Saturn will square with Uranus, and that will bring more friction and stress to the day before Christmas. I know, not the best Christmas present. Certain tensions are designed to force us to create new structure and search for greater stability in a world gone mad. Reaching for that ideal may fail, and so it is best to work towards steady and consistent progress over illusions and ideals. It seems that the lines are being drawn on many levels, and they are feeling restrictive and intolerable. While rules are necessary, the constraint seems obvious and designed to choke us into submission. What we forget is that while we want safety, being forced into a box is still nothing that anyone wants. The outcome of anyone pushing on us will be to get away and to get free. Just know that all setbacks this month are temporary. Differences of opinion are going to be quite a problem. All progress is going to be blocked and delayed. Know that it is okay to need less and instead just rely on what is necessary. While Saturn, a conservative planet, is in the progressive sign of Aquarius, and Uranus, a progressive planet, is in the conservative sign of Taurus, there will be an ongoing feeling of oppression and this continued split in the reality. The golden ring this month is that Jupiter will go into Pisces at the end of December, and that will give a tone of compassionate imagination in 2022. Desires for money and worldly pursuits seem shallow and unfulfilling. We want a more gentle world, and one that has more understanding and less comparison. Just remember that we do not want to get caught in the twisting spiritual philosophies to justify very bad behavior or to validate our positions where we feel discontented and upset. You might want to listen to that one again. If we do, we will have to face the consequences, as we will get called on the carpet by others. Okay, everyone. Thanks. See you guys in December.